What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web on a happy
Hump Day
edition. One night away from Bucs versus the Atlanta Falcons on Thursday Night Football. Get that bad taste out of your mouth, Bucs fans. Hopefully, some great news coming today. But how do we start off this show? As you know them, you love them, you got to have them. So here it is. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. If you like the content, give to the content, as we have Facebook stars, YouTube super chats. And of course, if you didn't hear today, Bucs fans, you got some great news, a Christmas gift a little bit early, if you will. 15 days away until Christmas? I keep track. We're counting down here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Mike Evans and Jalen McMillen activated. Whoa. Whoa. Wait a minute. I thought this was over. Right? Like I don't want to like be what's the word I'm looking for? Sarcastic? Everybody was saying that Mike Evans was going to retire. Like it was over with. Like Jalen McMillen was never going to play a down of football again. And Jalen McMillen and Mike Evans are going to play on Thursday night versus the Atlanta Falcons. So where's your confidence level, Bucs fans? We're not going to have a pregame show tomorrow night. I got to get off at 5:30, go to the stadium. Sorry. So we'll do this tonight. What's your confidence level now with that announcement? And then on top of that, there was an announcement just a couple days ago that JPP, that's right, Jason Pierre-Paul has been signed by your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, has not played in the NFL. Is 36 years old, been signed to the practice squad. So what do you think about that? What do you think the impact, if any impact, is going to be on this defense? I think anything at this point would be great to have a consistent pass rush, if you will. So we will definitely talk about that. And and somebody is shouting me out. So, of course, this edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television is brought to you by what? Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa for your Bucs away watch parties. It's Tampa Joe's about a week and a half away. We'll be there. Hopefully, Bucs fans will be there. You know, I'm kind of getting like, well, where's the place I can go and watch a game for a Bucs game? Where can I be a part of the evolution? Like everybody has watch parties. I get that. Like I love it. I love watch parties. Like you have a watch party, you watch together, you eat food. Cool. The difference between what we do here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, you actually, Bucs fans, get a chance to be a part of the Sports Web, a live TV, radio type show that's streaming on multiple platforms, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Instagram Live or LinkedIn Live, because we like to keep it professional on this show more times than not. So it's Tampa Joe's, again, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. If that wasn't enough, you like the haircut, you like the beard trim, you like the fade. I see you out there, Ricky, the barber right there. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barber Shop, 4946, I almost said Anderson, Moog Road and Holiday, Florida. Getting all my sponsorships together. Again, you don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barber Shop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Tell them the Rolex reporter Peter Blake sent you. Go see my favorite barber, Ricky. Go see all the great barbers there at Up the Block Barber Shop. And you gotta look good. You gotta look good on camera. You gotta style and profile, right, Rick?
Woo!
Exactly. And the Rolex reporter sent you. So we got Harry the Greek coming on. We got the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network, on about 9:30, 9:35. He'll answer your questions. I'll try not to hang up on you tonight. I'll try not to yell and scream at you, which I've heard from some back channels that some people don't necessarily like when I turn into that psycho sports broadcaster. But I told you on this show, If you want me to be a psychologist, I'll be a psychologist. If you want me to be a psycho, I will be a psycho. Be careful what you wish for. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So we'll have them. In case you missed it, which I don't know why you would, on Saturday. What are you doing on Saturday? You're watching college football? What are you doing? When the Sports Web was on for 3.5 hours, over 3.5 hour show, we interviewed Dwight Smith, a 26-minute interview. I'm going to play that at 10 o'clock. So buckle your safety belt. Get ready for that interview. And then, as always, we'll take your phone calls. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. There it is right there. Bucs versus the Falcons. I see all these comments here. So we will definitely read those. And we'll get out to this guy right here. My co-host, professional handicapper extraordinaire. He's been getting picks all year long. He's been killing it. So if you're paying attention tonight, you want to win some money, shut up, listen, open up your ears. I seem kind of feisty lately, don't I? Well, that's kind of my new attitude here. That's how I got to treat some of you webheads. You guys want to keep on, body blowing me, punching me. I got to keep on punching back at you. So that's what we're going to do here on the Evolution. I'll try not to hit too hard. I'll try not to hurt your feelings. I'll try not to give you a kidney shot. Hopefully that Buccaneer defense can do that tomorrow night. Let's go ahead and get them on. Let's go out to Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. As I've been told by some people that I'm just being too hard on these webheads, that I'm just been a real nasty son of a gun here lately, because some people like to challenge me and I like to challenge them back. They thought, he's just going to roll over and play dead. He's just going to let you be the wife that he never had, which means talk over me when I'm talking and not get a point across. No offense to anybody out there, just my personal experience. It's the reason why I'm single in the first place, probably. Harry the Greek, Thursday Night Football tomorrow night. Welcome to the Evolution.
What's shaking, Peter?
Buddy, hopefully this defense is shaking. Hopefully this offense is shaking, because you got some great news to start the day. You got Jalen McMillen and Mike Evans. They're going to be activated. Looks like they're going to play versus the Atlanta Falcons, and it can't come soon enough, because let's face it, everybody wants to talk about the defensive struggles, but honestly, if you watch the tape, the offense has also struggled. I think Baker Mayfield may not necessarily be 100%. Once again, the offensive line reshuffling, all the injuries, but I get it. Bucs fans are like, that's just excuses. Let's see, the proof is in the pudding. Well, you get a chance to see a Bucs fans, hopefully on Thursday night against the Falcons. So your thoughts, getting Mike Evans, Jalen McMillen, how does it change the complexion of this offense? Once again, welcome to the Evolution.
It's going to change the complexion of the offense, especially when these guys are in the game. I personally think they're going to be on a pitch count. I think more so Mike Evans will be on a pitch count more so than McMillen, to be honest with you. And collarbones are not easy to come back from, especially when it requires fully extending your body and extending your arms and everything. They just don't want to re-aggravate it. It's definitely going to help, but it's not the offense that needed all the help. It's that defense. That defense is not looking good right now. They still have had, for the last 7 weeks, extreme difficulties sealing the edges, and running backs are definitely getting around. I don't know if it's a personnel issue or if it's a coaching issue or whatever the case may be, but I just know it's a damn issue, and they better be able to seal it up on the outside, or it's going to be a real long season.
All right, we'll go out to the comments here really quick.
And not in a good way.
Well, that's true, and it could go downhill from here, because if you lose against the Atlanta Falcons,
they're done.
Then
it's just to stick a fork in them at that point. I mean, you lose against Atlanta, and let me be clear. I'm not thinking that's going to happen. I don't understand why the Bucs are a 4.5, a 5-point favorite against Atlanta. This team is probably one of the best 3-win teams I've ever seen, and they're injured. Okay, you've got an old quarterback that's out there that's not that mobile anymore, who's playing okay. Your running game is still very solid. Defensively, they're playing very well. They could pose a lot of threats. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. This Atlanta team is light years better than the New Orleans Saints. Tampa better be ready to play this game.
Well, good news here from the Falcons injury for the Bucs and Bucs fans. No Drake London, so he won't play in this game. So that's a big loss. So we'll see who steps up. Is it Mooney? Is it Kyle Pitts? You know, at the end of the day, you have to defend no matter what it comes down to, but losing London for the Atlanta offense is big. All right, let's go out to Tim here. Good evening, Peter. Good evening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Evening, everyone. Don't start that yawning stuff there, Harry.
Pete, I work for a living, brother. I don't sit there and talk on a phone all day long. Let's go.
All right, here we go again. Van House Live. By the way, health-wise, you look great. How you feeling, my friend? Go ahead.
I don't want to talk about me. I'm doing just fine, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you talk about you. That's what we do here on the Sports Web. We talk about each other. We talk about WebEd.
I leave that shit private, but I'm good.
All right. Hypothetically, fire Todd Bowles, and hypothetically, you are a friggin' troll. There's actually no hypothetical about it. You're just a straight troll at this point, Cam. What's up, PB? Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Yes. Let's see. Peter, let's make a deal. If we lose the game to the Falcons with our big offensive guys back, then you have to get on the Fire Todd Bowles trail. I'm not making any deal. I'm not getting on any train or anything that you're driving, because at the end of the day, you're driving it right into the wall.
Let me be clear on something. Hold on.
Yes.
I'd rather have my one offensive lineman back right now before I get Mike Evans back and or McMillen. Let me just throw that out there. Right now, you really need that offensive line. No one's talking about it. This is going to hurt. And this is not good, guys. This is definitely not good.
Pedersen went to the IR, but it's been a reshuffling. We'll see if Jordan or whoever else they play in that spot. And then it's been snake-bitten year when it comes to that offensive line, whether it's Tristan Wirfs, but you're going to get it looks like you're going to get Tristan Wirfs back. So Tristan Wirfs is back. You're not going to have Pedersen and then the rest of the offensive line. But no, I'm not getting on your train. I'm not getting in your van. I'm not getting in anything at all that you're driving, especially the short bus down the block. Cam. No.
Is it the yellow one?
It probably is. Bucs got to show up. I agree. 21 Parrish right there. 21 Savage. Love that 21. There you go. A little hip-hop reference once again. Kids don't know anything about that, do you? Well, maybe you do. Baker is going to kick himself for not seeing the wide-open receivers all game long.
So are the other 31 NFL quarterbacks that don't see 4 or 5 open wide receivers every game.
Well, and then on top of it, Emeka Egbuka.
Again, I love when people say that. I can't believe you missed that receiver. Bro, if you've ever played a down of football in your life and you're looking at a 7 or an 8-man front coming after you, you don't see very much downfield. Trust me. It's more timing than anything. That's why when you get those really bad interceptions, Pete, and you're like, how didn't he see that defender? No, the guy was there. It's just the defender made a good play. It's a pretty fast game, guys.
Well, listen, this is what Baker had to say today, and we'll get this out of the way. It's the little things, whether me being on time with my footwork, the protection line, to where we can be on the same page, depth of routes. It comes down to executing. We'll get it fixed. Since week 7, something has changed about this team, as this team is averaging 19 points per a game. At that point, before then, Baker had 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. Now only 8 touchdowns and now 5 picks. So it's definitely, and Josh Grisard talked about it today. He said a couple of those interceptions were not on him, not to throw anyone under the bus. I thought he's done a good job all year of being able to adjust his game on who's in there. It's not good enough as a unit. It doesn't always fall on his shoulders. I can help with that. Guys on the field can help with that. He said, and this is Grisard, the offensive coordinator, it's ultimately all 11. What he's done a good job of, no matter who's in there, he's trying to get these guys in the right order in terms of walk-through practice reps to compete. We're tied for the division. We love to be ahead in a different spot, says Mayfield. We are where we are. We control our own destiny. Win one game, see what happens. Bingo. That's it. Everybody's saying the sky's falling, this and that and the other thing, one game at a time. It's simplistic, but it's how this team has to look at it. It's how this fan base has to look at it. You can't be looking head here to Carolina. You can't be looking and seeing, oh, the season's over with, so who's the next coach you're going to hire here? Who's this? Who's that? Enough with that nonsense. One game at a time. Let it play out. Let the process play out. If you lose tomorrow night, then I know then it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough at the end of the day. But again, I'm never going to rule this team out, especially with Todd Bowles and what he's been able to do and what he's been able to get from these players when there's adverse situations. And people, again, getting into my inbox and saying, well, this guy believes this and this guy. I don't give a damn who believes what. I am always going to have an opinion. And if I change my opinion, that's good. But you're never going to change my opinion. So stay out of my inbox when you try to do that nonsense, because I will troll you. And when I troll you, you'll never want to get into my inbox again. Now, how about that? Now, let's see here. Like his job depends on it. Okay. Rob DePrez Thompson, seen you out there at the tailgate, my friend. We, the crew, will be rocking in section 125 row. Will be no voice Friday. Let's beat those Falcons. Let's see. I'm just here to troll Peter for him to never acknowledge my comments. I acknowledge your comments. Brightside Broadway says, hey, Peter, what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Let's go, Bucs. Let's go, Bucs.
Wait up, little boy.
Let's go, Bucs.
Wait up.
Let's go, Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Let's go, Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Let's go, Bucs. By the way, if you have Amazon Prime, which I do, 10-part series, the 50th season on your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I'm definitely watching that. Looking forward to that. Go Buffalo Bills. Go to hell.
That's great enough to suck right there.
I'm on. Missed you on Monday. Missed you on Monday too. Had to work. Had to take care of some things. Offensive play calling wasn't the problem. It is the OL and it is the quarterback. David says, go Bucs. We need this when he say go Bucs. Go Bucs. We'll cut it a little short on that. Carl says, getting all the receivers back for the first time all season should be fun. Plus, Wirfs is back. Let's go get them Falcons. Dave, confidence level is a 5 out of 10. Let's go out to our phone lines here because we asked for confidence level. We asked for questions. We asked for text messages. And we also asked for phone calls. And I think we got them. Or maybe we don't got them. Let's see. We can go out to them. One of my favorite webheads. So confidence level is a 5 out of 10. We'll open up the phone lines again, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Curtis from Newport Reggie.
Pete.
Yes, sir. What's up?
What's up, Pete? What's up, Harry? How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
What's up?
How you doing?
Mary 420.
Mary 420. There you go.
That's right.
Okay, Mary.
Didn't know
I
that
just
was
420 somewhere.
I just gotta say this.
Well, it's a holiday of trees. That's what Curtis is saying.
Well, I mean, you might as well, what's wrong with celebrating with Christmas trees and watching the Grinch? I mean, it's green on green.
Green on green. There you go,
That's
my
right.
friend. Green on green. Yes. All right.
So I just want to say this.
Yes.
I mean, people act like we're the only ones that have to win.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina's got to win too. They've already lost to New Orleans once.
Okay.
Who said they can't lose again?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody, again.
I love the optimism.
Well,
I really do. But Curtis, the bottom line is this: you don't want this team. Look, man. I'm just going to call it like it is. This Bucs team is playing like shit. The end.
Of course they are.
It's just plain
Of
horrid.
course.
Okay.
Listen.
They can't stop a running back and seal the outside. It ain't a 1 week thing. It's not a hiccup.
Oh.
This is an every week continuous thing. They cannot contain running backs to the inside of the tackles. It's just like this epiphany that they don't even know that it's not happening. And you figure it, and they've talked about it. Hey, we got to do a better job on defense. We got to seal the edges better. Stop talking about it and actually do it. The problem hasn't been so much on the offense as it has been on the defense. And it's disgusting to watch.
We can't even convert 4th and 1.
Right. Well, you can't convert 4th and 1. You can't convert a 4th down because you go 2 for 7. That's definitely a problem.
Exactly.
Again, it's mental mistakes. It's plays that you need to make at that point. Emeka Egbuka has to make that catch. He knows it. We heard from him. He's down about it. He's blaming himself, but he's a rookie. Maybe you hit a rookie ball. You still have to catch the ball.
This team has not.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad miss.
Yeah.
That really was. That was pretty bad. That was pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
It is. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. This team hasn't looked like itself since the Seattle game. They really haven't.
No, I haven't looked at like themselves. I mean, I think San Francisco was a tough game, but you deal with the injury. I think again, Baker Mayfield is not the same player when he's injured shoulder, injured hip, injured oblique or knee, whatever it is. He's banged up right now, and somebody has to take, the load off of them, and that's a tough thing. And hopefully, getting these wide receivers back will help that. Getting this running game, getting somewhat of a healthy offensive line. Although, I think the rookie did a good job on the left side. I didn't hear from him.
He did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I think he's a lot better than friggin' Charlie Heck. I will say that. But, I mean, again, this offensive line that we shuffling.
Heck is pretty horrible.
Yeah. Well, he's had his moments this year. But, yeah, I think the rookie was a lot better. Let's just say that.
I mean,
buddy, you could put a rock in there, okay? Just place a boulder there, and you're going to have some success.
I
mean, all we can do is sit here and watch the game.
You can put a statue and a fence post up there, and you're going to have some success because the D linemen, they're just going to run into it, okay?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, Baker Mayfield, this defense of the Atlanta Falcons is pretty good too. They got some talented players.
That defense is better than this one right now.
Well, that's for sure. That's definitely for sure.
Absolutely.
The young playmakers and Jalen Walker and of course James Pierce Jr.
And then for all the little fans that's out there and trolling people and shit, man, listen, you can't be mad at other people when we have the self-inflicted wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everything's self-inflicted. When I watch that kid, the quarterback from the Saints, I don't even care what his name is right now. When he broke like 3 tackles and then ran for the end zone, I'm like, what am I watching?
Taylor Shuck, yeah, it was bad.
What am I watching?
Yeah, you're watching lack of effort. You're watching a team that wants it more, which would be the Saints at that point, instead of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You're missing missed tackles. You're missing run fits. You're missing all kinds of things that Todd Bowles talked about in his press conference.
And I watched, and was watching the game when it's pouring down, raining. Y'all are throwing the ball 5-6 times in a row, and I'm like, it's pouring down, raining.
Listen, man, they ran the ball effectively. They just needed to run it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. That's all. Yeah. We wouldn't even be having this conversation.
That's my point, though, Harry.
Just horrible play calling by Grizzard.
Well, Grizzard's not been good. He knows it. I mean, again, you look at the third down percentage. You're top 10 last year. You're 31st now. You're 31. Third down percentage 31st. First downs per game 18th. Passing offense 18th. Rushing offense 12th. Actually 123.6. So averaging over 100 yards. Total offense 16th, not bad, but not what it was last year when you're top 3.
And then offense has regressed a little bit, Pete.
Big time.
And it's regressed because they've been exposed with the lack of receivers and the lack of talent that they've had on that offensive line after getting injured. And they have played very well. But you know what the number one reason on that offense why it's regressed?
Why that?
I hate to tell you, it's Baker Mayfield. He's playing injured. This is deja vu to what happened back in Cleveland.
Harry, you said this at the beginning of the season.
Yes, I do recall it.
You said that at the beginning of the season. Every 3 years.
Yep.
Every 3 years. I'll never forget that. And I'm going to tell you, that was the one thing I was most fearful of.
Me too.
I mean, nobody could expect losing all your damn receivers all year. Nobody could expect losing Bucky for 8 games.
Right.
Nobody could expect.
Brother, let me have my say here when I tell you this. Okay. The differences and the problem, okay, injuries are part of this game. Okay, this is reminiscent of what happened back in Cleveland with Baker Mayfield. He has never gone 3 years without an injury. The difference is he's a gamer. This guy wants to get out there and play. You got to love his heart. But at some point, someone in management's got to say, son, you're not healthy. You got to sit down. That's it. Okay. I'm not saying that's what happened in this past game, but if he's hurt, you have got to rest this guy. There's a lot of football to be played left this year. Okay. That's all. I just wanted to explain that.
Curtis,
No. I listen. I agree with you 100%. I think that they're not as confident in Teddy Bridgewater as they thought they were.
No, Teddy Bridgewater's definitely not the answer. I'm sorry. I'll put TJ Rives behind center or Pete.
easy. I love TJ Reeves. I still think Bridgewater could.
I think TJ still got it in him. I see him in the
think-
back room.
I think
Is that right arm pretty good,
Bridgewater
Coach?
could
Can
be
you
all right
come
for
in?
maybe like a quarter.
There he goes. He's warming up, baby. Let's go.
Curtis, we got to let you go here. We got the media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network. We'll come back to you, my friend, and use that second call, all right?
I got you.
All right, let's go ahead and get him on here. I mean, I got to do it. I mean, it's not really an intro, but it's just
don't
him.
do it.
I
Don't
got to do it.
Go away.
Yes.
Go away.
Yes.
I will hold the door.
All right, let's go out to the media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves.
I said to you, I don't follow how that's an intro. I would rather you play the Buccaneer old school Buccan, especially play this in full, please. For me
Yes.
tonight.
Yes.
Because it's throwback Thursday night. See, that's an intro. And before we get into the X's and O's,
Yes.
you didn't even play the Hey Tampa Bay. Did you pause it or now it has to start over?
Oh, no. Here you go.
I want the Hey Tampa Bay too to be rolling.
You got to wait. You got to wait.
That's right. You didn't pause it. We got to restart.
Yes. Hold on.
Started on the host. 5 yards. Full first down. Got to get to the Hey Tampa Bay part. This is big time stuff right here from the 80s. Emotionally scarred Buccaneer fans.
I remember going to all these Bears Bucs games back then. They're playing that
back in the day.
That was awesome.
Do you remember the digital billboard, Harry? This is before Peter's time, and they would go, "Here come the vacuums," and the vacuum guy.
Yes, I know. It was hilarious.
Matrix digital vacuum guy on the non-video board.
I know.
And it was a vacuum cleaner ad for whoever's vacuums. Here comes the vacuums during the commercial.
Yeah,
all right.
I thought that was Rainbow.
Before we get into some nuts and bolts of what might or might not happen Thursday Night Football. By the way, I have not caught the beginning of the show. Are we still in the mindset of Chicken Little? The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Is that ongoing right now? Or are we okay?
It's ongoing. I was, mentioning Bucs fans and webheads inboxing me, and I said, listen, everybody was saying Mike Evans was supposed to retire. He wasn't going to come back this year. Here he is on Thursday Night Football.
Right.
Most likely activated. Jalen McMillian. Oh my God, spring neck. He's never going to play again. Here he is on Thursday night. And then on top of it, people are like, desperation. They signed JPP. I get it. He hasn't played in 2 years. There's a reason why they
I'm guilty for that one. Sorry.
Right.
They may have brought him back for a reason. Who knows? Maybe I definitely think
Two words, locker room.
Thank you.
Those are the words that
locker room would be good, but buddy, if it was a DOT on a tire, those are some dry rotted Michelins from 2015.
Yeah, I understand. All right, so I want to lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So the planned hat wear for tomorrow night on the sideline is this. All right, because this is old school creamsicle. This is the debate, though, Harry, that we're about to have here on the program.
Okay.
All right, so this is probably primary option, unless now I have worn this before, unless we're gonna go old school relic, and I'm talking about 1989.
Who's that autograph by?
Do you see?
That's Leroy Selman.
The autograph, and now this is interesting. I don't know how well you can see it in the light.
Oh no, you can see it perfect.
Okay, that it does not say HOF 95 for Hall of Fame 95. No. Which means Leroy Selman signed this for me about 1993 or 94, because he didn't go in the Hall of Fame, obviously, until the next year, 95. And then after that, he signed everything else HOF 95. So this right here is a relic, all right, for the Sports Web audience. This is old school here that I am putting on the head. Should this be the hat wear tomorrow night? Or should we just leave that be?
No, you put that up on the desk and you wrap it in plastic. Are you insane?
No.
I even have the pin. Well, I have worn this before at a throwback game or two previously, and it brought it around. I showed it to Rondé Barber, and he said the same thing as you said. My God, what is that doing outside of a plastic case?
It shouldn't even be outside the house.
With the late Leroy Selman signature.
I'm gonna
Again, that is the real deal Holyfield right there from the man. Signed it
amazing
32 years ago.
Yeah.
Ish. Maybe 31 years ago.
Fun story for everybody, but it wasn't fun or funny back then. I was 4 or 5 years old. My father played pro ball. A lot of people know that. A lot of people don't know that. And he had a baseball with a whole bunch of very famous New York Yankees autographs on it.
Oh, don't tell me Mickey Mantle. Roger. Oh, he can't even say the words. Roger Maris. Back in the day. Yeah. All the team. Whitey Ford.
Suck right there.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to go out and throw the baseball with my friends.
Yeah, and then did you lose it, or did you just damage it?
No, damage it. There's hardly any signatures left from the scuff marks.
Of course.
Yeah,
these things happen.
And I'm getting choked up about it now because not only did I get my ass beat, okay, I realize how much that ball is worth right now. I literally could just cry tears.
I understand.
Oh no!
Guess what I was.
Yeah, and the Sports Web audience, I want you
and the whole 63 Yankees.
I want you to weigh in.
I used.
Which way should we go? Comments. Let's just do it with the comments. Let's do it with the comments. Which way should we go on the hat game? I'll wear this tonight for the show, but should we go with this tomorrow night?
Bring it
Buccaneers,
out.
Falcons.
You need as much luck, as much juju
Mojo
as possible. Yes.
But remember this hat is during the abyss of the 80s and the early 90s. Was this hat? This hat is like circa 89 or 90. I always make this reference. Harry.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of Chicago, if you go back and you watch the old school movie with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines, Running Scared, the Chicago cop movie.
I think I remember that.
They are playing the cops. It's an action comedy with those two. It's a tremendous movie. You got the commenters all weighing in.
Yeah, already.
They want this one?
On the right.
Keep the comments coming. We'll go back to them. Keep the comments coming. We'll get a vote tally going on the hat.
Okay.
But if you go back to the old school Running Scared movie with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines, they are playing the Chicago cops who are going to retire in the storyline to Florida, but they're trying to solve one more case with the actor Jimmy Smits, who you remember from L.A. Law and NYPD Blue. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes, NYPD Blue.
All right, so Jimmy Smits is the drug-dealing Chicago drug lord, and they're trying to bust him through the whole thing. There's a bunch of hilarious scenes. They almost get killed a couple of times.
I got to rewatch this movie.
But in the movie, they go down to the Keys to check out retiring in Florida, and they want to experience everything in Florida. And then later on, they are wearing Miami Dolphin and Tampa Bay Buccaneer stuff because keep in mind, in the early 90s, we are like pre any other professional teams in Florida. Contemplate in our area, no Rays baseball, no Lightning hockey. In Orlando, no Orlando Magic. Nope. In Jacksonville, no Jacksonville Jaguars.
No Marlins.
And in Miami, there's no Marlins. There's no Heat. There's no Florida Panthers. All right. So the two teams are the Dolphins and the Buccaneers. Go Bucs. So like Billy Crystal has on like a Dan Marino jersey at one point. And Gregory Hines is wearing this here hat in the movie Running Scared without Leroy Selman's signature. He's got this hat on in the movie Running Scared. We can probably find a still from that somewhere.
That would actually be pretty cool. But please don't wear that hat tomorrow.
All right, you're saying do not do it.
Everybody's saying put it away.
All right, so let me see the commenters.
Yes, all right.
What does Cole say?
All right, let's see here. Rob says, I have a hat autographed Hall of Fame 95 from Leroy Selman too with a great story for you one day. Okay. I like the one on the right. So
the one on the right he's talking about was this one, right?
Raina says the one on the right. Put the Leroy Mike DeRoche's there.
In the glass case. Yeah, I see that.
Dave says, no, don't wear the Leroy hat, TJ. Put that in the glass case.
All right, keep going.
Trevor says, I remember that
movie.
movie.
Yes, the movie Running Scared.
Yes. There
Where
you go.
the guy says they're trying to arrest one of the criminals, one of Gonzalez's guys. He says, "No hablo inglés," and he says, "Hablo Smith and Wesson," is what Billy Crystal
Pablo Smith and Wesson
says it back to him. Tremendous line.
That's great. And by the way, who did the song in that? The lead song, Michael McDonald.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, they were hilarious in that movie with all the different cop lines. All right, keep going. Anybody else weighing in?
Never wear that hat. It's
Old school
right there. CSB brother. Frame it, TJ. I'm an old school guy.
And I love Running Scared. He loves the movie also.
There you go. Put that away, says Chris Cole.
Okay.
Gregory Hines definitely put the Bucs on the map with that movie wearing the Bucs hats.
Listen, I'm going to find the photo. Keep talking and keep sending. There is a photo that is out there on the internet.
Yes.
And I'm going to find it, and we're going to put it up on the sports web so that you don't think that we're full of crap that's in the movie. But go ahead. Keep going.
That's an 86 movie right there, says Cole. You're right. On a side note, OKC Thunder 23-1, up 53 over the Suns. Okay. TJ put gloves on that hat.
Put gloves on the hat. What does he mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Put that treasure away. Wear a different hat, TJ. David says, put Leroy in glass. Trevor, damn, after knowing that movie, I feel old as hell. We're all old as hell here, Trevor. It's okay.
Yeah, at this point, we are.
Leroy needs to be in the case, says Broadway, Brightside Broadway. So everybody's saying I'm crazy, but I say you do something a little different. Well, one night only, you bring out the Leroy Selman signed hat, and maybe that mojo, maybe that goodness, that defensive presence that Leroy. You already got JPP. Maybe you got Leroy Selman there with the signed hat. Maybe the ghost of Leroy Selman.
How do I get the photo to you?
Just send
That's the best way.
Send it to Facebook, and I'll download it.
All right, so I'm going to put this in the chat. We're doing this on the fly here for the hat, so just so you know that we're not making stuff up here on the press box. So I'm putting this backstage in the Facebook chat.
All right.
You'll see it coming up if I can find it. For the love of God, I don't know where it's saved, but I will find it and I will send it to you. Give me a couple more comments because I'm not looking. Give me a couple more comments.
Yeah.
If anybody else has one.
Let's see. Wear it. It may bring Leroy's spirit to the defense. So there you go, right there. You need that right now. At least TJ Sweat here won't ruin.
At least TJ's what? Sweat hair. You imply that I actually have hair. I don't have hair. Plus, it's going to be 50 degrees at kickoff tomorrow night. By the way, there's not going to be.
Was that
really?
Suck right there.
Yeah, but
hold on. You want to take a guess what the weather in Chicago this Sunday is?
It's going to be minus 10. I saw minus 10 with the wind chill. Minus 20. Right. But I'm saying there will not be perspiration. There will not be perspiration. All right. I sent you the photo of Gregory Hines and Billy Crystal. This is a scene in the office with the captain where they're trying to talk about going to Florida in their bar. And look at what Gregory Hines is wearing. Put it on the full screen when you get a chance, Peter.
Yes, I'm doing it right now. Yes.
If you can bring that into. We're producing on the fly, just so you know that I'm not making this up, that Gregory Hines, a legendary dancer and actor in the movie, the late actor. Did you see, by the way, Billy Crystal was at the Chargers Eagles game the other night. He was like the fan of the game before the game that was, charging the lightning bolt before the game. Billy Crystal, for real. Really? Monday night before the Eagles game. They were showing it on ESPN. All right. But look at this. This is Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. Running Scared was like 1989 or 90. Was I exaggerating?
Look at that. Look at the hat.
Look at the hat that Gregory Hines has on in the scene in the movie that they've been to Florida.
I love it.
That's right.
We're not exaggerating. We're not making this stuff up. But that one did not have LRS.
It did not. And I say wear it tomorrow. A lot of people say put it in the case. Put it in the case afterwards. By the way, you wore that hat before out there. What's the record of the Bucs when you wear that hat?
It's not good. Not good. So, I mean, there's a school of thought, though, that you're due. You're due to win it. You're due to win with one tomorrow night. So stay tuned.
Yes.
The only game they have won since putting the creamsicle orange on in the throwbacks is the first creamsicle orange game of 2009 when they went back to the color scheme when Leroy went into the Ring of Honor. and they beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. That's the only one in the orange. They have lost 5 straight since then, including the last 2 years.
And by the way, I believe that was Josh Freeman, one of his first games.
Correct.
And also his winning touchdown was to Sammy Strotter.
Correct, in the back of the end zone. Good memory. They beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers that day. That's the only time in the orange they've won. The last win in the orange before that, you got to go back to like the 1996 season, the final year of Tony Dungy before the color change.
That is actually true, too. People have a picture of a Buccaneer poster on something in one of the Superman movies.
Yes, that's correct. Like in the initial scenes of the Christopher Reeve Superman movie, he's got a Tampa Bay Buccaneers poster like in the office. And I want to say it's because the Bucs had gotten good in 1979 and the movie was filmed in 79.
I believe so. I believe it's Superman 2.
79 or 80.
Yeah.
Whichever
Superman
movie, one of the Superman movies, it's there. He's right. Yeah. It's there, like in the office back behind. The old school Buccaneers. So, yeah, I just thought I would throw that in there with the hat game. All right, what else do you have here for the commenters, or if anybody wants to call in? What do we got going on?
Yeah, guys.
Looks like Tristan Wirfs is going to play on the offensive line. Looks like Mike Evans. I mean, they're not activating Mike Evans off the injured reserve list, I don't believe, to not at least try it for some plays. How many plays? 15 plays, 20 plays, 25 plays. Jalen McMillen, probably the same thing. Yeah. You don't make those roster moves if you're not intending to play them. I'm saying that here on a Wednesday night, so stay tuned.
Agree. Thank you, Cole. Appreciate that. It's a Bucs pennant. It is a Bucs pennant. You're correct about that. Open phone lines. If you got a question for the media icon, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. The media icon right there, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Network. Yeah, so I only use the go away when somebody upsets me or they're going to troll. So then I use that now. I'll
hold the door for you.
I'll hold the door.
I will hold the door. Wait a minute. I have it. I'm going to send this to you as well if I can grab it.
Watch
this. We
this.
just produced the show on the fly. This is going to take a minute or two. But what else have we been discussing tonight that we can weigh in while you come up with the Superman photo that I'm going to send you? And you're going to show to the audience as well.
We also know that Johnny Carson used to,
of course,
Bucs, and they have that in the new special. You know what? Talk about this. It's on Amazon Prime. That's coming out. I talked to Jimmy Giles a couple days ago.
Yes,
he's going to be in it, all over it. Of course, a 10-part series. I mean, how excited have you gotten an opportunity?
I have only seen what you have seen with the little previews and the snippets. I did not get an advance on any of the episodes. And they're and my understanding is they're releasing all 10 of them tomorrow. You can watch them all and binge them tomorrow. It's not like a once a week thing or every couple of days. So, and I love tonight on Bucs social media that they are writing notes to bosses and notes to school teachers that if somebody wants to take the day off tomorrow and just binge on Amazon and watch all the episodes, it's an excuse. It's a get out of class or get out of work excuse from the Buccaneers.
Well, I was wondering if you could do me a favor, TJ.
Sure.
Tomorrow, can you try to get to work about, say, an hour early? Grab some sage and some burning incense and do a Pedro Serrano around the defensive line.
Oh, you think so? Yes.
Room, please. Just
do something
Pedro
like
Serrano.
that. Yeah. What did he have? Joe Boo with the cigar and the rum?
You remember that? That's good. You see?
Yeah. All right. Now, wait a minute. Do you have the photo off of Facebook that I sent you there?
I'm going right there right now, but we're going to go to the phone lines here. Alex, you got a question for the media?
What's up, Alex?
Hey, Rives.
What up, guys? Well, first and foremost, I want to say the great trio looking great tonight on the Sports Web. Mr. Greek, how you doing, man? You feeling better?
Thank you. I'm feeling just fine.
Never the fentanyl again is the inside joke.
Never the fentanyl again.
Never the fentanyl again. Never. Alex, which hat, brother? Put it up full screen, Pete. Which hat, Alex?
I'm going to go full screen here. There we go.
Alex, which hat?
Which hat?
What are we going with? Tomorrow night. Is Alex still there?
So who do you think? So what I'm looking for tonight.
Oh, I guess he can't see it, I guess.
No, can you not see the hats? What are we going with?
Yeah, I can't see the hats.
No problem.
Wait.
Go back to the video.
Hey, you got to go with the one on the left. Actually, no, don't go with the creamsicle because I'm just saying they're bad luck and the Bucs record against them. It's with
Go with it, Alex. This is a two-part question. Yeah. Alex, go with this or go with this. What say you?
Go with the creamsicle. Go with the Leroy Selman signed Buccaneer hat.
Take the red. Take the red. Take the red.
Take the reddish orange. All right.
There it is, right there.
Fair enough. All right. What's the comment, Alex? Go.
Oh, but anyway, hey, listen.
Look at Superman.
Short week. I'm looking for a complete bounce back. A lot of errors throughout this entire team, both offensively and defensively. Just really looking for. Listen, this is my opinion on it, and you guys can put your opinion on it yourselves. But I think this is the playoffs right here. I really think that we're just kind of in a moment right now, based off the record and whatnot. That I think this is going to be our playoffs right here. If we don't win tomorrow night, I don't see the Bucs making the playoffs.
Crazy. You got to have this tomorrow night. You got to have it. I mean, there's no wiggle room left on giving away games. You gave away a game to a 2-10 team. Give the Saints credit. They did things to win the game. They also did things to give the game away. Emeka Egbuka is wide open for the tying touchdown.
That was horrible.
The interception is right there at midfield for Deion Jones to grab. Even still, you have the ball back again with 1:55 to go at home with a chance to go win the game and couldn't do it. So your wiggle room is over with. You got to have this tomorrow night. Everybody knows you got to have this tomorrow night, and they should come out. You got to come out on fire in this game tomorrow night. Send a message and demoralize Atlanta and act like the season is on the line, because for the most part, the season is on the line at 8:15 tomorrow night Eastern time.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Alex, appreciate the call.
Be well, Alex.
All right, I want to read this comment because it makes sense. I believe in Cocoon. The one lady had a Bucs shirt back in the day. By the way,
we've been on like 3 scavenger hunts tonight. I can't do another one right now, but we came up with.
I believe that movie took place in the Tampa Bay
area.
They
filmed it in St. Petersburg. A lot of
filmed it right here in St. Pete.
Yes, correct. Correct. And on the Johnny Carson thing, when the Buccaneers became good because they had been a punchline for so long, they sent him a painted up football to the Johnny Carson show, and he put it out there, and it's going to be in the documentary. You can see
they
that.
were even at Derby Lane, the world famous Derby Lane.
And, for Cocoon.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
A lot of movies have been there for Derby Lane.
How about that?
So how many receivers are going to be active on the roster?
That is a great question. So typically they have 6 that are active. All right. So if you go down the list right now, if you're activating Evans and you're activating McMillen, and by the way, neither one of those guys are going to be on special teams. So that means Chris Godwin. That means Egbuka. How am I doing?
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard and Cameron Johnson is your returner. You're probably going to have 6 active.
Wow.
That's probably going to be your 6 receivers. If there's one who's inactive, I would guess that that's going to be Sterling Shepard. That would be my guess, because Cameron Johnson returns the punts. He's the only punt returner you've used, as well as the kickoffs. So
what about Tez Johnson?
Tez Johnson would be number 7. So what do you do there? Do you deactivate Sterling Shepard as a veteran? Tez Johnson return kicks. Is he the guy instead of Cameron Johnson? That's the debate. I don't think you're going to have 7 active receivers. There's too many at that position.
That's a lot.
There are a lot of teams. There are a lot of teams that only go with like 4, sometimes 5 active receivers, depending.
All right.
So it would be a stretch to think more than 6. What else?
The Bucs for a moment. What is the current status of the Falcons? Are they wasted, rising, want to finish strong, want to get a high draft pick? I mean, again,
all valid questions. Greek, what do you say?
It's probably one of the best 3-win teams this late in the seasons that I've seen. They play defense and they can run the football. Don't sleep on them. Don't care if the wide receivers are there. No, they're not playing for a draft pick. When you got Kirk Cousins and you're paying that kind of money to a quarterback, he's going to come out there and try the game.
All right,
they were terrible against Seattle, by the way, Sunday, especially in the second half.
That was the worst game I've seen them play all year. But look at the prior weeks.
Mm-hmm. All right,
stay tuned.
Let's go out to the phone lines, and then we'll get TJ out of here. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution.
You got Frankie from Wisconsin. What's up, my guy?
What's going
on, Frankie?
You got a question for TJ?
Frankie.
Yeah, my question is, do you think with the length of time that Bucky has been out and how mediocre Rashad White's performance has been, do you think Sean Tucker will finally move up to that number 2 spot?
Good point, Frankie. Appreciate the call. Use the second one, my friend. All right. Good comment there. I mean, Rashad.
I think they're trying to work Bucky Irving in. You saw him out on the field a little more. Rashad White got some carries against the Saints. I don't see Tucker supplanting either one of those guys as the number 2 running back. To answer the question, not right now. Irving is just so explosive, that extra dimension. We saw it a couple of times. The screen pass was right in front of me. I mean, I had a front row seat coming right by me, and I'm like, there's 2 guys, and he needs to wait for the blocker, and that's exactly what he did. He waited for Feeney, the blocker, just like a veteran on that play. And then you saw the run in the fourth quarter when he got loose and almost got all the way out the gate for about a 33-yard run. Yeah, he just has an extra gear. The stop-start, again, is faster than anybody else's stop-start. So I don't think you take carries away from him. They've worked him back in. I would look for a big night from Bucky Irving. Let's see if we get a big night from Bucky Irving on Thursday night.
I like it. And I would also say Deion Jones, because Savasier Dennis is not going to play. So this would be a great opportunity. We know this. You know this all too well, covering sports for as long as you have. There's an extra oomph, if you will, when a player gets to face his old team, and Deion Jones gets to face the Atlanta Falcons. So, maybe.
And John Bullock is a guy that they really like as a backup linebacker and on special teams. And he's been active over and over and over again. And he may get some playing time in this game as well. And look, and a lot is being made of Levante David not being media available after the game the other night. I can just tell you this. The guy's been here 13 years. He's maybe been unavailable like one other time. He is obviously frustrated. He's at the end of his career. He wants to win badly. And maybe this is a signal. I mean, how many times does he have to stand up and say it during the week or before a game or after a game for it to get through? Mm-hmm. The guy wants to win. The guy needs help around him at the linebacker position and back behind in the secondary. That's what I take that to mean.
All right. Is JPP playing or too early at this point?
Great question. I do not have that answer. I will say, in my opinion, hard to believe that he would be active and be out there on 2 days' notice to get out there. And then who are you deactivating instead? You've already released CJ Brewer in the roster moves this afternoon as one of the defensive linemen off the active roster. And I'm concerned about injury. Hasn't been in a training camp, hasn't been in full-on practice, but for a day or so. And I don't even know if it was really a full-on practice on Wednesday. So we'll see. He's there as much for leadership in the locker room as anything else in the short term right now.
As the coaches said, he's a dog. As Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy would say, he's a dog. Let's go out to our last caller here. Last question for the night. Sun Devil Dave, welcome to the Evolution. Yes, sir.
Hey, guys. Great to see all 3 of you. Is it too loud or am I all right?
No,
you're good.
You're good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mr. Rives, just one question for Rives, and can I get one question to Harry, too? But Mr. Rives, real quick.
Call me TJ. I look for my dad when you say Mr. Reeves. Go ahead.
I was kind of enjoying it when he said it.
I'm in trouble, Mr. Reeves.
Respect, man. I respect
Mr. Reeves.
When I was in real trouble at home, my mother would say Thomas Nelson Reeves Jr. That's my given name, the son of Thomas Nelson Reeves Sr. When I got Thomas Nelson Reeves Jr., it was not good.
Yes. Well, I got the same.
Go ahead, Dave.
Let's call you TJ.
All right. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dave.
Real quick. So Bucs went 0 for 5 on 4th downs in that game. 3 4th and 1 misses, right?
Actually, they went 1 for 5 or 1 for 6. They converted one with Baker Mayfield on a read option.
They missed 3 4th and 1s in midfield.
Yeah.
Do you second guess Bowles? Or do you blame Bowles in any of this, or do you think that, look, you got 11 guys up there? Those 11 guys need to get 3 feet 3 inches of real estate and push the ball forward.
Look, they tried different things too. I mean, if it doesn't work, when you flip the ball 5 yards behind the line to Bucky Irving and it doesn't work, everybody's screaming about that too. It just didn't work. Now, in fairness, he threw the ball to Chris Godwin in the 4th quarter, and Godwin didn't hang on to it. When the Saints defender chucked him, he didn't hang on to the ball. That's not the play call. I understand part of the argument that it was 24-17, pin them in with a punt instead of giving them the ball at midfield when they were there in the fourth quarter. Wet field, your defense is playing fairly well, empower your defense. So, but at this point, you got to go for broke, and I would not be surprised if they're going for it on fourth down 2 or 3 times on Thursday night against Atlanta. You got to win this game. And clearly you're sending a message to your offense right now that you believe in them. Maybe some other trickery on play calls as opposed to just straight ahead, to answer your question. Go ahead.
I got you. And then real quick to Harry.
Yep.
Harry, I know it was a tough loss. I'm going to let Dennis Green say it real quick.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
Seriously. Harry?
Yes, sir.
Do you think it's time to let go of Kyle Gordon and move on with him? He just got hurt again. He's going to be out for the year.
Great question. He got hurt coming out of the locker room. I guess he tripped over a blade of grass. The secondary for Chicago has been quite fragile this year, but they are getting healthy. Just be thankful you're not going to be at the game this Sunday up north in Chicago. It's just going to be a balmy -20 with no wind.
Crazy.
Well, I like both of them. I'll call back with another question. Great job, guys. DJ, great job. Harry, Peter, I'll talk to you. I'll call back.
How do you end off the call there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever. Go Bucks. Go Bears.
God, you guys. All right. What else? Anything else? Any other comments?
I got one more. I got one more question. Jim, you got a question for TJ, and then we got to get him out of here.
Jim?
What's up,
Jim? What the hell's the matter with you?
Yes. Go ahead.
TJ, what about our tight ends, man? We got another tight end to help out.
Good Lord. Jim, what do you think? Am I going old school or am I going the Leroy autographed old school? What do you think? Which way should I go, Jim, on this?
I say 2 hats.
You say wear them both?
He says wear them both. Wear them both. All right.
At tight end, if Cade Otton cannot play and he's doubtful to play. Look at Harry. What does Harry got? What's Harry got? What's on the lid? Oh, the Bears.
What are we
Bears?
The Bears.
Bears.
They got orange in it. See? There's orange. That's Buccaneer orange.
I got you. If Cade Otton cannot play, then obviously Devin Culp becomes a very interesting name who's been active, hasn't seen a whole lot of opportunity offensively, has been on special teams. He's a better threat down the field running than Payne Durham is. They've got a third tight end as well that's been on the practice squad that they could activate. So stay tuned. And again, Otton played a lot of the second half of the game after getting his knee whacked. It's believed to be a slight knee sprain, and he played the rest of the game. With that, it's just now in a short week trying to get him ready to play Thursday night. Again, he's doubtful, not out. Stay tuned for 24 hours from now, or I guess about 22 hours from now to see if he's playing.
All right. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network, the media icon. Go ahead and promote yourself here on The Evolution.
All right, we'll be on the air on Buccaneers Radio tomorrow night at 7 Eastern on 98 Rock, the Buccaneers stations, the Buccaneers mobile app. If you're out of the market, find it on SiriusXM, NFL Plus. When everything is over and the Buccaneers have beaten the Falcons and gotten to 8-6 and calmed everything down, Nothing But Bucs is the podcast. It will be out Friday midday.
It's a great podcast, by the way.
Look for Nothing But Bucs Friday midday. Gene Deckerhoff highlights, my post-game interviews, the analysis. You get it all in about 40-45 minutes on Nothing But Bucs. So, there are a lot of people out of the market that say, I can't hear the radio broadcast. Well, you get the high points from the radio broadcast. I give you some insight. I give you the interviews. It's the next best thing. But I look forward to this tomorrow night, and let's see what the Buccaneers do with the Atlanta Falcons. Huge, huge moment at the end of the season here because it sets into motion, obviously, the Saints hosting the Panthers on Sunday. That same Saints team that we saw, they already beat Carolina in Charlotte back about a month ago. So stay tuned. There's a lot of football left to be played.
Yes, and oh, by the way, no matter how late it is, stay up with me. And possibly JP Peterson.
I will try to be on with you after the game. You're probably going to be up probably about midnight Eastern time, like Wilson Pickett.
Yes.
Peter doesn't know this name. Do you know this name? Harry knows the name. We're going to wait till the midnight hour, baby.
Yes.
Like Wilson Pickett.
Yes.
For the post-game show with the Sports Web. I will try to be with you tomorrow night, and let's hope it's a good Thursday night in the throwback orange and get some mojo back. The stretch run.
It's going to be a great game tomorrow. and I can't wait. And before you go to work, seriously, I'm going to leave the Pedro Serrano box on the hood of your car. Make sure you take it to work with you, okay? Just 1 hour before time, just light it up and just walk through the locker room.
Exactly.
It'll be good. Just a little burning sage.
Little incense.
All right.
Just a little incense and burning sage.
There you go.
You guys be well. So the consensus is this is going back in the glass case. Do not wear it.
I would, but you know me, I'm just a renegade.
Hall of Famer.
I would do it. You know, I would, but
the late Leroy Selman, right there.
I would put that right there with all of my Buccaneer and Bears paraphernalia that's sitting in my back room, and like that quick. Leroy Selman was one of my favorite football players of all time.
Tremendous human being as well.
Oh yeah, and great barbecue sauce too.
Love it. All right, kids, let's see what happens with the Bucs and the Falcons. Peter, I will try to jump on with you post game. Carry on tonight.
All right, there you go. The media icon, Mr. TJ Rives.
And don't forget, TJ. Know what for me?
No fentanyl ever again.
No fentanyl ever again.
Not the fentanyl.
Not the fentanyl. Hashtag.
All right.
Not the fentanyl again.
Not the fentanyl.
Be well, guys.
All right.
See you later.
TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network. Yes.
Great guy. Great
guy. The media icon. He says it right there. I'm still gonna do it though, because
Bucs. Yeah, that's it.
Some of you Bucs.
Go away.
Go away.
Go away. I will hold the door.
There you go. Leave. I cut it off. I got to get the leave part. I don't want Bucs fans to leave, but Harry, I know you've got to get out of here. But really quick, before we go, do you want to give out a pick tomorrow night? Do you want to give out all the picks tonight? What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to give out the picks tonight. We can do a couple of minutes here if you guys want to. And guess what game I'm going to lay till last?
The Bucs and Falcons?
Of course, sir.
All right.
Of course I'm going to wait till last to give those games out. You know, I should be giving these picks out when TJ's listening. I love to see his face. Ooh, really? What? Yeah. What?
I will say this. Somebody did call you out last week on the mispick for the Falcons versus the Seahawks. But I said, again.
You know what?
Yes.
Big deal. Who called me out?
His name, I believe, is Steve Mike. I think that's his name. He's not on here now. I don't know where he's at. I guess he decided.
No, that's okay. You know, Steve, that's why I tip in a week what you make. But you know, that's because that's because I take serious underdogs a lot of time. And remember, Steve, I'll never apologize for a pick because the price always makes up for it. And always, always, always remember, play responsibly, ladies and gentlemen. Arizona's at Houston. Arizona's completely dismantled. Kyler Murray is not going to play for the rest of the season. He may have already played his last snap in the not the National Football League, but for the Arizona Cardinals. And they are going to walk into a buzzsaw. My question is, why is Houston only a 9-point favorite in this game? You know what I like in this game? I think Houston can cover, but that's not what I'm going to give you. I want you to play the under in this game. The under is going to be 43 points. Don't play the over. It's one of my favorite picks of the week. Under 43. I'm telling you, I think this game could be like 33-0 Houston, but just play the under. Mm-hmm. Buffalo at New England, great. It's going to be a great game. Absolute great game. Buffalo's a favorite on the road. They're not giving New England very much credit. The total's 50 points. It was 55 to start the week. They are probably expecting a lot of inclement weather, but I'm going to personally go to Texas in this game. That means we're going to go to El Paso. Don't even touch the game. If you have to bet it, bet the second half so you can get a chance to see what's going on in the first half. Washington at the Giants. Giants are 2.5-point favorites. Who cares? Go to Texas. It's not that important of a game to go ahead and play. But if you really had to play the game, you take Washington because New York has not found the way to win a football game. And Marcus Mariota, for all intents and purposes for Washington, who's going to be getting the start, has actually outplayed other quarterbacks on this football team. I'm going to leave them nameless because I'm not even allowed to say it. But the Greek isn't going to play that game. Baltimore at Cincinnati. Baltimore's -2. If this was 3-4 weeks ago, Baltimore would be -6 or 7. Joe Burrow, man, my hat goes off to you. You guys find a way to lose football games. You're going to put up a lot of points. The total in this game is 52 points. If the weather is good, Okay, I preface, if the weather is good, play the over 52 in this game. If the weather is no good, stay away from the game. Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 5-point favorites. This is my third best game of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Take the Los Angeles Chargers on the money line. Do not take them getting the 5 points. You're going to get plus 200. Play the Chargers on the money line on the road. Jets at Jacksonville. Who cares? Don't even touch the game. Vegas Raiders at the Philadelphia Eagles. Why are the Eagles 11.5 and 12-point favorites against anybody the way this team has been playing? I wouldn't touch it. The total's 38.5. Still can't touch it. Don't like the game. Cleveland at Chicago. 7.5 points Cleveland is getting on the road. The temperature is going to be minus 20. Take the Cleveland Browns with the points. They're not winning the football game, but take them with the points. I have this being a very low-scoring game, and I think Chicago wins by maybe 3 or 6, to be honest with you. 7.5 is way too many points. Cleveland's got way too many great players on defense. Detroit's at the Rams. The Rams are 5.5-point favorites. Another road team. Look for an upset. You take the Detroit Lions on the money line.
Wow.
Indianapolis at Seattle. Right now, Seattle's 13.5-point favorites, and they're playing against a guy that's got his AARP card, okay, and Phillip Rivers. He's actually going to start this football game. I personally don't like the game. Stay away from it. It's a lot of points to lay. If you have to play the game, you take Indianapolis. Peter and I were talking about this game a little bit earlier. They can play defense and they can run the football. And if they can control the clock, they can keep the game close. But if you have to play the game, you take Indianapolis. That's not what I'm giving. But never, ever, ever lay 13.5 points in the game. Green Bay at Denver. Well, Green Bay's 2.5-point favorites on the road in Denver. Best record in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken, the Denver Broncos. But 2.5 points is part of the 88% rule. When you're a 2.5-point favorite on the road at game time, 88% of the times the home team not only covers, but they win. Take the Broncos on the money line. Tennessee at San Francisco. San Francisco's 12-point favorites. They're probably going to win by 20. But what's the rule of thumb? Don't give up that many points in the National Football League because anything can happen. Stay away from the game. Carolina's at the New Orleans Saints. Here's another game. Very interesting. Carolina's also a 2.5-point favorite. If they're 2.5-point favorites on the road, Buck fans, I got good news for you. 88% of the time, the home team not only covers, but they win. I personally like Carolina, but because of the 88% rule, I can't touch this game. Minnesota at Dallas. Dallas is 5.5-point favorites right now. Minnesota's on the road. Another road team the Greek likes. Put them on the money line. Dallas is done. Stick a fork in them. Oh, and by the way, the over and under is 48. Don't touch it. Miami at Pittsburgh. This is the Monday night game. Pittsburgh's 3.5-point favorites. You ready for this, Peter? Who do you think I like?
You like Miami.
Another road underdog. I never play this many underdogs. Wow. Tread water with caution here, ladies and gentlemen. It's never, ever good to take this many road teams on the money line when they're underdogs. But I do like Miami, and I also like the over in this game. It's 42 points. Pete, I always say this. Keep your bets low and your returns high. These are some really, really good picks for you. We've been hotter than a firecracker the past 6 weeks. Man, I'm telling you what, if you've been following the picks, you've been making some good money if you've been making some wagers.
Absolutely. Now, the game that everybody wants to talk about, Tampa Bay versus the Atlanta Falcons. How do you see this working out, Harry the Greek?
I thought I could get off the phone before we actually went there. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Look, for everybody that loves the idea that McMillen and Mike Evans are coming back, you know what? You should, because they're going to be really good decoys. I think they're both going to be on pitch counts as they should be. This game is going to be decided in the trenches. You can say that about any football game, but this game especially is going to be decided in the trenches, and the trenches are going to be on the defensive side of the ball. Can they contain to the inside? Can they seal the edges and hold Atlanta's running game? I'm going to tell you, no, it can't happen. Unfortunately, you know, they've been showing it for the last 6 or 7 weeks that Tampa has not been able to do it. And it's not a coaching issue. Let me be clear. This is a player's issue. I've watched many, many tapes from many, many games. This is definitely a player's issue. They are getting moved off the line of scrimmage. It's absolutely atrocious to watch, and I hope they prove me wrong. Do not play this game. It's too many points. Atlanta will keep this game tight, but I will tell you what you should play. You should play the over 44 points in this game because I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. I do have Tampa Bay winning, but I can't lay 4 points until I see them straighten out this defense a little bit. I hope that helps you out. I've given you guys a lot of picks. The 44 points is the way I would go, and I would definitely bet over in tomorrow's game.
All right, Terry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. Go ahead and promote yourself. Give some final thoughts here on the Sports Web, my friend, here on a Happy Hump Day edition.
Final thoughts. The sky's not falling. It's kind of getting low here, Tampa Bay. Unfortunately, it is. You lose this game, it could be the entire season because you don't want to give that momentum. You had complete control in this division. You were supposed to be sitting in a rocking chair, and the fans were supposed to be waiting for a playoff. But you know what? That's why they call it the NFL. It means not for long. Anything can happen. You have to deal through injuries. I just hope and pray that this team can get healthy because if they do, they can run the table very easily, and they can also lose every game just as easily. It just depends on what happens. For all the people that are out there preaching about fire and tide bowls like Mike DeRoche, Mike, that's not the answer. That definitely is not the answer. Unfortunately, I know you're a huge Buccaneer fan, but you will set this team back many years if you get rid of him, because if they get rid of Bowles, they're going to get rid of the general manager, unfortunately. Better hope this team makes it to the playoffs.
All right, good stuff. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. We'll see you soon here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend. All right?
Absolutely, Pete. Thanks for having me on. It's been a pleasure, having a good time. Try not to torment your callers too much, okay?
I'll try not to. All right. Appreciate you. We'll see you soon. All right, good stuff there. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. All right, let's take a break. I'm going to rest my voice. You guys can comment, but we're going to go out to this interview in case you missed it from one of the greatest Bucs of all time, Dwight Smith, talking about Super Bowl 37, Bulls, the defense. I'm going to hold off on the calls for right now. We're going to go out to this interview from Dwight Smith. I want you guys to enjoy it, and then we'll come back with your phone calls here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Dwight Smith here on the Sports Web. Enjoy. Welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend. How you doing?
Man, way better than I deserve, brother. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. It's great to get you on here. A lot of Bucs fans excited to hear from you. Let's start out with it. Super Bowl 37. We'll take a pic really quick here. There we go. You got it? Okay. Load it up there. And when you got it, we got the photo opportunity. But get close to that mic if you can, or grab onto it if you can. Whatever.
Got you.
You got me.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Dwight Smith, Super Bowl 37 winner right there. Did you think that you should have been the MVP of that game, in your opinion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
My last interception came with 4 seconds left in the game.
Okay.
So guys already had their kids on the sideline.
Right.
So the game was already in hand.
Yeah.
I tell people Derek Brooks' interception was the one that really sealed the game. Mm-hmm. So if that would have been my second interception, I can see the argument for me winning MVP. But my last one came, it was no time really on the clock. And the thing that God does, man, God works in mysterious ways. They choose a Super Bowl MVP every year. I got a record that can stand forever.
Yes.
So I would rather have the record than the MVP.
Love it.
So
talk about that year. Fantastic year, Super Bowl 37. John Gruden coming in, one of the greatest defenses of all time, if not all time. Talk about that whole experience that year, Super Bowl 37, 2002 there for you, Dwight.
Well, it started off bittersweet.
Right.
Because I was drafted by Dungy.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the way Dungy was let go the year before was still a sour taste in a lot of our guys' mouths. But Gruden came in and was a whole new energy. You know, he won us over with his energy and his vision for the team, his vision for the defense. He challenged us to score the most touchdowns the defense have ever scored in if we thought we were so good because of us talking so much at practice. So he was a guy who challenged us, and his new energy, his infectious energy, his vision, it was all pretty good for us guys.
Talk about the differences between Tony Dungy and John Gruden. A lot of people always say the reason why you make the change in the first place to White is because Tony Dungy couldn't get them over the top. You feel differently, I know that, but you needed a new voice. Talk about the differences between Tony Dungy and John Gruden, in your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, people would like to say that Dungy shouldn't have left, but it's kind of like Andy Reid leaving Philly, going to Kansas City. A lot of times your voice gets kind of stale in the place that you're in, and you just need some new guys to motivate. Yeah. Right. So it isn't anything bad. It isn't anything. I think we're seeing that right now in Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin. It's not that he's not a great coach. He's not a Hall of Fame coach, but your voice and your thing can be coming stale to the locker room. Right. And you might need to go somewhere else where some guys need that type of motivation. Yeah. So it works always, but Dungy went and won him a Super Bowl in Indianapolis. Yes. So, I mean, everything works out how it's supposed to work out. Right. So, hey. Dwight Smith there, Super Bowl 37 winner for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 50th season for the Bucs. You're a part of it. You got the shirt on. Just go back to playing. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but talk about playing with guys like Rondé Barber, who's a Hall of Famer, John Lynch, who's a Hall of Famer, Dexter Jackson, who's the MVP, Brian Kelly. Talk about that back end overall, playing with them, and then, of course, yourself. Well, when you have a front line with Warren Sapp and Simeon Rice on it, it's going to make the back end a whole lot easier. Right. The quarterbacks holding on to the ball or pumping the ball, and that's not happening. Yeah. So you can be very precise in your reads. You can what you study in film, you can really believe in, because you know the ball's going to come out when it's supposed to come out because of those guys. And then when you have a leader like Derek Brooks, who's going to make sure that everybody is doing everything they're supposed to do during the week, not just on game day, but during the week, it's going to kind of be hard to fail. Yeah. And as a young guy at that time, you just don't want to mess up. Yes. When you're on the field with Warren Sapp and John Lynch and Derek Brooks and Rondé Barber and Brian Kelly. Yes. You just don't want to be the reason that the play they score a touchdown. You know what I mean? So it makes you go and want to do your job that much better. You talked about Derek Brooks. A lot of people say he's soft-spoken. Behind the scenes, can you give us a good Derek Brooks story to where he wasn't so soft-spoken, or maybe you made a mistake you like to talk about now being out of the NFL where a leader held you accountable? Well, I don't know about those stories, but I will tell a story that he might need to be arrested for, okay? Okay. The man used to put ice on the machine in the sauna, and lock you in there, okay? You couldn't leave until he left. And I mean, you would be in there dying, okay? That sauna would be so damn hot, I think the man should still get charged for it. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Good stuff there, Dwight Smith. You're a part of the 50th celebration. What's it like to be a part of a great organization like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I mean, growing up in the city of Detroit, you never could dream of something like this happening. Right. Right. You come from a humble background, parents. You don't expect to ever win a Super Bowl or be a part of the NFL, this big conglomerate that they have. And they just text me the other day. They want to do an interview because it's only been 236 people to score touchdowns in the Super Bowl. Amazing. Right? Yeah. So to think of, I'm only one of 236 people, like, you can't fathom these things. You ready for this? You ready for this? That's amazing stuff, my friend. And also, that's not the only thing. You actually got shouted out by Hall of Famer Antonio Gates. Talk about that, because you guys are from the same area, right? Detroit. Yes. Our daddies was best friends. So we knew each other before we knew each other. Right. Like when wives was making them keep the kids, we was playing with each other. Right. So this is a guy I went to elementary, middle, and high school with, a great friend of mine. never thought that he would do this in football because basketball was his game when we were growing up.
Right.
So to see him be able to transition and become one of the greatest in a second sport, I mean, it just speaks to him. Just speaks to, the greatness that's inside of him.
You talk about the greatness and Simeon Rice going in the Ring of Honor last week. You played with Sim. People say he was a one-dimensional guy. First, let's go ahead and dissect that. He wasn't a one-dimensional guy, right? Come on.
Well, I want to know, what do they consider one-dimensional?
Well, just getting after the quarterback. But by the way, Dwight, they pay guys over $20 million to do that. So
I don't understand what they mean. Like you
couldn't play the run. That's what they say.
All right. Well, I be wanting to see these people who make these assumptions.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like I would like them to put a reel together of him not playing the run.
Right.
Because I will put a reel together of him playing the run.
Right.
Right. So everybody misses plays. Everybody they that was the biggest thing they tell you about Deion Sanders. Right? That he couldn't tackle.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he couldn't tackle, it's that he didn't want to.
Yes.
When he had to,
right,
he tackled.
Right.
He made the tackle. So he just didn't enjoy tackling.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can't do it.
Right.
You get me? So when you hear these fans, I be wanting them to put together a reel to show me what they're talking about.
Good stuff there, Dwight Smith, Super Bowl 37 winner for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers at this point. Talk about the late, great Monty Kiffin. Defensive coordinator of that crew, and talk about some of the coaches that were a part of that team. Go ahead and refresh everybody who was a part of that, because there are some names.
Yes, well, the defensive side, our coordinator Monty.
Yeah. Our
D-line coach Rob Marinelli.
Love it.
Our linebacker coach Joe Barry.
There you go.
And our DB coach Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
Right.
Well, who still the Glazers say to this day that was a big mistake of letting him out of that building, because he should have been the eventual coach, maybe for Coach Gruden before that. But of course, Tomlin goes on to great big things for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He was with me in Minnesota also for a year.
That is correct.
As the D coordinator. So I played for Mike 5 out of my 8 years in the NFL. So he's a guy I think I know pretty well.
Right.
And I went and played. Joe Barry was my D coordinator in Detroit. Rob Marinelli was the head coach in Detroit. So these are all these coaches I've played with in more than just one place.
Yeah.
But they were guys who were going to hold the best in the room accountable.
Okay.
Right? So John Lynch and Rondé Barber in the DB room. Mike Tomlin is going to hold them accountable.
Love it.
Derek Brooks, Joe Barry is going to hold them accountable. Warren Sapp, Rob Marinelli's going. So as a young player, when you see this accountability by the tops, you understand your job. You can't come in with excuses. You can't come in saying what, because the tops are being held to a certain standard.
Right.
So
do you think you're watching this team? Let's go to this team right now, 2025. Much has been made about the defense and Todd Bowles and some of the defensive breakdowns. They keep on talking about accountability. Is that what you see when you see Zion McCollum with technique? Is it technique or is it accountability? What is it about this defense? What do you think turns around this defense? Because they've had their fair share of problems of having wide receivers open, but they did a good job last week. A team, I get it, Arizona, not a great team, but coming in, averaging 23 points, holding them to 17. Good things there. Does it start with the pass rush? Does it start with accountability? What does it start with, Dwight, to turn this defense around for Todd Bowles and crew, in your opinion?
Well, first off, pass rush covers up a lot of stuff. Okay, it's like makeup.
Yeah.
All right. So if your DBs aren't as good as you think they should be, pass rush, makes up for that.
Right.
So when we're talking about McCollum, I haven't watched enough film of him to know if it's technique, if it's too much time the quarterback's getting. I have no clue.
Right.
But I just know when I was playing, if we had the rush up front and we weren't covering, Sapp would be,
Talk about playing with Sapp, because you keep on talking about him. You talk about Rice. First and foremost, Rice is a Hall of Famer in your opinion, right?
Yes.
Okay. Talk about Warren Sapp. He's, of course, a Hall of Famer already. What's it like to play with a character like that? A guy as a 3 technique in that Tampa 2 defense, which I don't think you're ever going to see again. What's it like playing with Warren Sapp?
Well, I didn't know what it was like really until I went to play with the Saints.
Right.
So I get to the Saints, and I'm seeing all these new run plays like I had never seen.
Yeah.
So I call Mike Tomlin. I say, Mike, you told me you had me ready for the world. What's going on here? He said we never had to plan for those plays because teams couldn't run them because Sapp was on the team.
Yeah.
So this man literally took plays out of playbooks. That's how great of a player this dude was. You can't even run half your offense because Sapp's on the other team.
Love it.
So that's what I feel makes a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
When you hear somebody, when we played against Randy Moss, we changed our whole defense. Okay, we got to have somebody over the top. We got so when you hear this being done in meeting, them are first ballot Hall of Famers.
We just had Dante Culpepper here on the Evolution. How tough was it to him to play against that Minnesota Vikings, him and Randy Moss? How tough was it to defend those guys?
Well, let me tell you this before I even get to that. I hit Culpepper one time. I don't think my right side still got feeling. Man, this man was so big. Man, this is a big, strong man, man. I hit
72-80.
Man, I hit this man. My whole right side went numb. You hear me? Man, but listen, the arm that he had.
Yes.
You know, when you have that type of arm talent with the speed that Moss has on the outside, it can't do nothing but put fear in you.
Yeah.
You let him get behind you. It's a gear that he has that you don't have. So you always have to be on top of him or you lost.
You talk about Randy Moss. What about Mike Evans? What would you do to defend Mike Evans? He's a mismatch nightmare. He most likely won't accomplish that Jerry Rice record of 1,000 consecutive receiving yards because of the injury. We'll see. You never rule out Mike Evans. But what would you do to defend a Mike Evans? How tough is it? You talk about Randy Moss, but Mike Evans right up there. Maybe not necessarily the elusiveness, but he's different.
It's different types of receivers. Like when people ask me who was the hardest receiver I ever had to cover, it was Jimmy Smith.
Why Jimmy Smith?
Because he ran every route at the same speed.
Okay.
Right? So a lot of guys, when we talk about the Randy Mosses, when they're running their go, it's a different speed than when they're running a breaking route because they can't break down with that speed.
Right.
So you're able to gauge what type of route that they're running. Jimmy Smith, you could never do that.
Can never do that.
Oh, my God. He's tearing you apart.
Keenan McCardell.
That's who taught me how to play cornerback.
Really? Yes. Jimmy Smith?
No, Keenan McCardell.
Talk about that.
When he came here, year 2, I had just, my rookie year, I was going against Jaquez and Riedel and Keyshawn. So Jaquez and Riedel, these were speed guys. These were guys you had to be ready for because they'd run by you.
Sure.
Keyshawn, a body guy. Man, Keenan McCardell came in with these routes I had never seen before, man, and it taught me how to read receivers' hips and do things that I wasn't doing before.
Right.
So he really taught me how to play the cornerback position.
Talk about going against, you're the defense, you're the top-notch defense. John Gruden is challenging you.
100 plays a day in practice.
So you go against that offense. You got Keenan McCardell, you got Keyshawn Johnson, you got Joe Jaravicious, Michael Pittman, Mike Alstott, Dilger, Ricky Dudley. I mean, the list goes on and on. What was the challenge like? What was the practices like? How come that wasn't put out there? Because that scrimmage alone would be amazing. And that Bucs offense versus that Bucs defense.
And that's something else Gruden brought when he came in was good against good, right? Ones against ones.
Yeah.
Like, most teams play scout team or 2s versus 1s or whatever it is. Gruden brought 1s versus 1s so the competition could be there. And, I mean, it didn't do nothing but bring the best out of them.
Yeah.
When you have guys who are going to make plays on – you can't stop Keyshawn and Keenan McCardell every play. You can't – you're not going to be able to stay. So they're going to make plays.
Yeah.
You're going to make plays. It just makes practice exciting.
Right.
So he knew how to bring the competition out of guys.
Yeah.
And, you never want to say that somebody lacks something or what it is because I was only here for a year with Dutch.
Yeah.
Right. So all I can go off of is what I seen. And it seemed like the motivation factor had lowered. And guys kind of was used to the same type of spiel.
Right.
When Gruden came in, everybody was on their toes.
Right.
There's a new guy. I don't know if he's going to cut me. I don't know what's going to go on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I got to get back in the good. So
yeah.
it was just a different. It seemed like guys performed differently for Gruden that year than I seen them do for Dungy the year before.
Wow, good stuff there. How tough is it to transition over from college football to the National Football League, especially in a defense like the Tampa 2 and Monty Kiffin?
Well, for a guy like me who had never played cover 2 before in his life.
Right? That's tough.
It was like,
what's that transition
it
like?
was like Chinese arithmetic or something to me. I played man-to-man cover my whole life. You know, so I'm supposed to do what? I got to hit him before 4 yards. I got to like it.
Yeah.
It was a learning trigonometry for me.
Yeah.
And once again, it's great to have a guy like Rondé Barber, who's like shall I say, Albert Einstein in cover 2.
Why is he an Albert Einstein? Go ahead and expound on that.
Because of his study.
Yeah.
The man bought his own chairs to put in the film room with the film guys for him to just be there all day. This man was a study-aholic, right? So he knew where you need to be when this guy does this, if they're running this. If you had any questions to the test, Rondé Barber's who you go ask.
Talk about that locker room in Philadelphia, because much was made about, and I know you were 1 year with Dungy, but they couldn't get over the top. How confident was that locker room? What was that locker room? What was that feeling like in Philadelphia playing in a hostile environment? What do you remember about that game, the NFC Championship game?
Well, all I remember is the TV and the media saying that the Bucs couldn't play in under 40-degree weather. And I was like, I'm from Detroit. Like I was trying to figure out who they was talking. Like
you played in it.
Yeah,
you're used to that.
Yes,
like everybody's from Florida at that point. No, they're from all over the place. Come on.
So
now.
that's what I remember about it. Like
right.
This, like I just came from Akron. Like this ain't too cold for me.
Right.
You know what I mean, so right. I don't. It'd be funny to me how the media do that. How if a team haven't done something now. Oh, the team can't win under, like, just so happen they haven't won under 30. That don't mean that they can't win under 30. Like, it's crazy how they turn everything into a narrative.
It is crazy. It absolutely is crazy with the narratives out there. Let me ask you this, a couple more questions, and then we'll get you out of here. Appreciate the time here on The Evolution. Again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Always welcome to have you on here. Could Dwight Smith play corner in the National Football League today? Why or why not?
The original Dwight or Dwight right now?
Well, the original Dwight.
Okay,
I still think he could play, my friend.
I don't want nobody running by me right now, but I definitely yes.
What would be the toughest transition? Because now mostly the offense is favored. It's an offensive game more than it's a defensive game.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay, the defenders turn it into that. Okay, I see too many corners never playing the football. I see them playing the receiver. I never see them turn back for the ball.
We see Zion McCollum do the same thing sometimes.
Okay, so you would never go watch 8 years of film with Dwight Smith and see how many times I played the receiver and not the ball. It's going to be 0, okay?
0.
I'm not here to mingle with you. I want the ball.
Right.
That's all I'm here for.
Right.
I want the ball. I can't get the ball if I don't see the ball.
Right. What's the toughest thing about technique playing corner in the league? Is it footwork? Is it where you're at?
It's them knowing where they're going and you not knowing.
Right.
But see, I ran 4.29 in the 4th.
You were fast.
So it's easier for a guy like me to be able to cheat and think, because a lot of guys aren't going to run by me.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't be hard. I would love as many passes as they're throwing now. You mean to tell me I don't have to tackle Deuce McAllister, Ricky Williams, Ronnie Brown? None of these guys. I got to play. All I got to do is play. What?
Yeah.
I would play till I'm 40. You let me play corner right now. I'm Darryl Green. I would be Darryl Green in today's football, man.
Love it, man. Talk about Mike Tomlin under some fire right now with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Very consistent winning coach. Of course, you know him all too well. What makes Mike Tomlin such a great coach, in your opinion, Dwight?
What you just said, consistency.
Yeah.
He's the same every day, right? There's no up and down with him because of the rate. He's the same person every day. But when we're talking about the job in Pittsburgh, he hasn't won a playoff game since 19, right? So we understand the greatness of the Steelers. You get what I mean? So, of course, this is what's going to start going on there. cause for him because you haven't won a playoff game in 6 years.
Yes.
So, like I said, I don't think he's not a great coach.
Right.
But maybe the message has gotten stale there.
Okay.
Right? Nobody says Andy Reid is any less of a coach because he left Philly and went to Kansas City.
Yeah. Todd Bowles, you met him?
Yes.
What do you think of Todd Bowles? Because right now he could be under the same fire. A lot of Bucs fans, a lot of people say it's not enough to win a division. It's a terrible division, but it's a division you got to win, my friend. You got to win. You got to play those games and win them. It's not enough to win a division. It's not enough to be one and done. What do you think about Todd Bowles? Is that unfair, in your opinion, to Todd Bowles?
Well, first off, he was never going to get a fair shake, right? Because he wasn't really hired. He was handed the job.
Right.
You feel what I mean? So fans were already always going to look for a crack in it. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was already starting on the other end, and the only way you're going to quiet that is winning.
Yeah. That's it.
You get what I mean? So
Yeah.
you as much as we want to feel for the culture, but we understand the nature of the business.
Right.
Right. When you've been, I'm a University of Michigan fan. Right.
Yes.
So Sharon Moore was handed the job
from Jim Harbaugh.
Right.
Right.
So if you don't, at a certain point, people are going to start saying, "Can you do the job, or was it just given to you?"
Right.
Like I mean, so you have to win at some point, or them questions are always going to be there.
What do you think of the state of the Michigan program? Couple years removed from the national championship with Jim Harbaugh. What do you think about the direction of where they're going? You said you're a Michigan fan.
Yes, I believe they need an explosive offensive coach.
Yeah.
Right. You don't pay a quarterback $3 million a year to have him throw 4 passes in the first half against Ohio State.
True.
Right. So they need to get a coach in there who kind of is explosive mind, offensive mind type of thing.
Yeah.
So
we got a situation down here with Derek Brooks, your former teammate, now running USF. He just hired Brian Hartline, the OC for the Ohio State University, wide receiver, OC, big-time development. What do you think of that hire? Hartline to USF.
And what is he coming to be?
Coming to be the head coach.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay. That's news to me.
Yes.
Well, Hart, he was a guy who was in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was teams who were looking at hiring him in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
So he's, it seems that he's done his, the steps to get to where he's at.
Right.
And now I guess we will have to wait to be able to judge how that is.
Ever think about coaching? Because you know the game. You talk about technique. We just got a whole discussion, Dwight, about UTech.
All of that,
could you
right?
be a coach? Yes.
I went and interned with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers in 2012.
Okay.
And I seen how many hours the coaches spend.
How many hours?
Too many. More than the players. Okay. More like we're at the facility more than the players. Like,
wow.
No.
Wow.
Yes. Like and to be it, John Gruden. I remember Gruden used to sleep at the facility. Monty Kiffin used to sleep at the facility.
Wow.
Like I got an 11, 8, and 6-year-old right now.
I see them over there. They're waiting.
I don't know if this is the time to be thinking about taking time away from them.
You seen Coach Gruden lately, and what do you think about his success? Not only being the head coach, being the youngest head coach at the time, Super Bowl 37, but what he's doing with Barstool Sports. What do you think about John Gruden?
Man, Gruden is a guy who he has the charisma to hold a room for hours.
Yeah.
So I don't ever see him not doing well. You know what I mean? And then also he's a good person. You know what I mean? You have to separate the person from the coaching and things like that. As a person, he's a good human being.
Right.
Right. And I feel like as long as you're good at heart, most things are going to work out.
All right, Dwight. Appreciate the time. Always welcome here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Super Bowl 37 winner right there. One of the greatest Bucs of all time. Dwight Smith, thanks a lot for coming on the Evolution.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Absolutely, brother.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Great stuff there. Dwight Smith here on the Sports Web. Great stuff. I mean, what do you want, Bucs fans? What do you want? So there you go. How about that? I mean, listen, you sit down with those expos, and by the way, shout out to Jamie and also, of course, DJ UPSJ Pringle. Listen, you expect when you get somebody on, you get Tristan Wirfs on, you get 4 to 6 minutes. Probably could have been more if he wasn't, having to sign something. Levante David, 13 minutes. I got 26 minutes with Dwight Smith. And we're just breaking down football. We're breaking down this. We're breaking down that. It's just, if you're not tuning into the sports web and you're just tuning in to be negative about the Bucs, and I get that. Like, I understand this. I mean, there's a lot of fans and webheads have been on this show before. It's up and down sometimes, but that type of interview right there, nobody else has that. This show has that. So when a guy like that gives you 26 minutes, you let him go. You give him the full 26 minutes. So I'll go ahead and read these comments, and then we will get out of here for the night. I appreciate you all. As always, again, no pregame show for the Sports Web tomorrow. Get off too late. It's going to be too stressful to, set up at the tail. I love what the Buck tailgate, but too stressful to set up and then break down and then go into the stadium. I get it. It's at 8:15, but traffic is a nightmare. But we will have you covered 30 to 35 minutes after the game. 30 to 35 minutes after the game. Let me set up on the field live at Raymond James Stadium in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. It'll be a late night. Stay up with me. Who would you rather stay up with? And talk Bucs football, whether they win or lose on Thursday Night Football versus the Atlanta Falcons. We got your phone calls, sound effects, everything here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. And just continue to watch. We're working on more interviews here. Interview Jimmy Giles. We'll get that up on the channel. Get that interview up on the channel. We interview Dante Culpepper. We'll get it all up there. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Facebook stars are open. YouTube super chats are open. We'll get to these comments in a moment, but let's go out to Adam here. Adam, welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television here on a happy hump day edition, my friend. How you doing?
Hey there, Peter. I caught on about halfway into the show, and so I missed TJ and caught the half of Harry. Harry's always great. Just thought I would kind of give you a little bit of my own insight into the Bucs. We gave the game to New Orleans. Mm-hmm. You can't win a game if you're going to go for fourth down with more than a yard to go 3 different times and fail to make it. We gave them half the field. Yeah. Where if we punt in those situations, the Saints are going to score 3 touchdowns going 90 yards down the field. They're just not.
Right.
Also, and I don't know if you've noticed this, I haven't seen anybody commenting about it, but the last 2 weeks, Baker's been playing hurt. And he's not taking as many scramble risks as he was earlier this year. His accuracy is down. And I'm saying these are factors. If we punt each of those fourth downs and Baker elevates his accuracy, we win that game. Hands down. No question about it.
Well, it comes down to making plays at the critical times, right? I mean, you got to make a Buka open. Maybe that throw is high, but that's a catch. We've seen that young rookie make. He doesn't make it, so it changes the complexion of the game. Deion Jones has an opportunity to get an interception. I mean, you got to make those plays.
Emeka didn't lose the game for us, but you got to make those plays. I totally agree with you. Now, one other component of that game. And let's make no mistake about it. Tyler Shuff is a good quarterback. To me, he is. He is a capable quarterback. He is the best quarterback the Saints have had, in my opinion, since Drew Rives retired. Mm-hmm. I feel like the Saints were a much better team than the Cardinals were. I think the Bucs, because Tyler is still new, there was just no way that they could game plan against him. Now, let's talk about the Falcons. Yeah. I agree with Harry. Again, it's going to be close, but I think the Bucs pull it out. Atlanta is not New Orleans. It is a class, even though the Falcons technically have a better record right now in the season, the Saints are playing better than the Falcons are.
It's crazy.
Not
to
only
say
that,
yeah.
Raheem still has his job. I don't know why. I don't know how they hired him in the first place. I just don't think that he's been doing a great job as the head coach for the Falcons. I do think for at least a half or 3/4 it will be a close game, but I think the Bucs will pull it out.
All right, man. I appreciate the call. Join me on the post-game edition, hopefully late at night at the end of the game on a hopefully a victory late Thursday night, victory Friday morning there, my friend, live from Raymond James Stadium. All right?
I will. All right. You have a great night, sir.
All right, man. Appreciate you there. Adam, I believe calling from Oregon. I believe he's in Oregon. Another one, just another caller that wants to call in. Shout out to the OG Dwight Smith. Absolutely. I'm right. Thanks a lot for tuning in right there. Joe Sway, I know you want to call in and talk about the winter meetings. We'll save that for Monday at this point. I'm going to get out of here because I want to make sure that we keep this under 2 hours because I want to make sure Bucs fans get a chance to go back and watch it. And also maybe there's some reels out there. So Joe Sway, I appreciate your contributions. We will get your segment on Monday night. I promise. I love this, Peter. You are the man. It's a Bucs life. Absolutely, man. Appreciate your support. Again, this is the reason why you invest in all the equipment. This is the reason why you go on remotes and take those opportunities to do this show, because there's always that great opportunity to interview somebody that you may not get a chance to interview. We've had it before. We've had Levante David on this show. We've had Tristan Wirfs on this show. Antoine Winfield Jr., Kalijah Cansey, Christian Izzy, Elijah Roberts, the rookie, Brad Johnson, Casey Weldon. We had Dante Culpepper on here. I mean, just so many great interviews. People always say, all you do is have your regular guest. And I'm okay with that. But I also want to give sports fans, Bucs fans, the opportunity. When we get an opportunity to interview Tampa Bay sports athletes like that, that's what we do here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. That truly, to me, is what the evolution is. Evolution is going from a YouTube show that nobody gives a damn about. Evolution is going on a radio station at 1,000 watts with the late great Sean the Sports Don and my father, Rich from Clearwater, and doing a show that nobody's listening to and finding a way to put it in video format so people can watch it, to put a medium out there that nobody else is doing and take that chance. Evolution is going on a platform that nobody heard about and developing a fan base. Evolution is about eventually getting the opportunity to be credentialed with the Bucs and USF Bulls and Tampa Bay Lightning and maybe the Tampa Bay Rays and doing pre and post game editions. I'm not in this box. I'm thinking outside of the box. I've always been like that. So when I tell you that I appreciate you, when I tell you that you are the lifeblood of what this show is all about, I mean it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Difference is mentality. Play the ball, not the man. Keith, I don't blame Bulls. The players have to play better. Josh Grizzard is not quite ready for the NFL. The offensive play calling is terrible. It hasn't been great. It hasn't helped because of the injuries. And then on top of it, you suffered on third down. Grizzard was a part of that third down conversion last year. It was top 10, one of the top in the National Football League, and now it's 31st. What a terrific interview. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you. LFGPB, great interview. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Steve, they're going to lose. Can't beat Kirk, of course. We will call Bucs postgame Midnight Madness. Absolutely. Join me for the Midnight Madness that is the sports web. We've done this before. We'll do it again. We'll stay up all night long. As long as they don't turn on the sprinklers and kick me out, I'll stay as long as I can because I got work the next morning. But I'll give it to you if you're giving me phone calls, if you're giving me insight. If it's all fire top Bulls tomorrow night, I guarantee you're not going to necessarily get that much from me. Brightside Broadway, good night, Peter. Thanks. Absolutely. Steve, Kirk threw for 720 yards in 2 games against us last year. He's the god of football fields against Todd Bowles' defense. If I'm wrong, I eat my words, but I'm not wrong. Of course, you're never wrong. Love Dwight Smith. We'll see if you're going to be wrong or not. Thank you. Fine. Peter, holler at you Monday. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Again, your contributions. The most important thing out of this whole situation is that now I hear plenty of people realizing Jason Light sucks, and he is the reason why we are not progressing. You're doing a great job for the Buccaneers community, Peter. Absolutely, man. That's what I do it for. I do it for the Buccaneers. And like I said, it wasn't always easy to do it because you weren't credentialed, but I wanted to do it because this is what we do. When you say creamsicle, it goes back to the creamsicle jacket. And I'll put that story out there on Facebook. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, it's inspiration. It was there. You know, sometimes people will look for inspiration or motivation. It's right there in front of you. You just have to take it. You just have to embrace it. You have to embrace your evolution. Thank you. Bring the passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. What's up, Peter? Go Bucs. Absolutely. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. So we will end it off just like that. We will be back late tomorrow night, whether they win or lose, 30 to 35 minutes after the game, live from Raymond James Stadium in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Thanks a lot to all the guests. Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire, media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. And do three things as YouTube super chats are available. Facebook stars are available. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay Sports Fan, it's your time. We'll see you next time on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. And as we always say on this show to end it off, guys, we're only less than one night away. Go Bucs.